Luis Enrique be feeling. And then we saw some crucial scenes be Lucas 18 year PSG Football Club. But to me, I felt say if it was Donnarumma and that goal post no more, the second goal for Tottenham Hotspur, no, it could be maybe big cardia from. I think say it was that cheap goal a share PSG Football Club. But notwithstanding, so we heard baby Donnarumma beko in his next destination when it comes to club footballer. Baby now linked with Chelsea, baby also linked with the Manchester City. But Chelsea clearly abandoned say when you check your almost sporting project, or check Enzo Maresca, the kind of identity of us about the Chelsea Football Club now, Donnarumma doesn't fit in that particular identity, and the Chelsea for back it off. Now Manchester City will be the center of attraction for the side of Donnarumma. You hear him say Pep Guardiola as a coach, or you are the listed coach. He doesn't want that kind of goalkeepers in terms of ball possession. So we check it as Claudio Bravo at the time of the Manchester City. There was a certain Joe Hart. All the Manchester City achieved a lot of trophies before say not Pep Guardiola ever by the side of Manchester City. But when he came, Joe Hart was still performing. But the kind of transition, the kind of identity, and the kind of project or Manchester City, no, he felt say Joe Hart is not that kind of goalkeeper or trusting so much in the goalkeeping area for Manchester City. Also, Claudio Bravo than ever. And also by the same project that Manchester City air Paradino, he came to continue that kind of project from the side of Joe Hart. And also a team Hoko and Okofa Edison Moraes, the free Benfica and by Manchester City. When he came, he showed clearly say as a Brazilian goalkeeper. One of the core things that these kind of Brazilian goalkeepers know say they have that kind of flair in terms of ball possession, which may participate when they are starting the transition from the defensive structure of Manchester City. It will be him Edison Moraes and be a bit more catcher say in terms of ball playing movement, he involves himself in that particular play for Manchester City. Almost times, so Man City air share or more transition as here. You will get the more natural fullbacks on which must split it either to the left and I say either to the right. Then you get Edison Moraes or Nube Chance as a main sweeper between these two centre backs, so which generate a lot of passes from the defensive structure into the midfield. And he does it so well. But so we'll share the profile of Donnarumma from PSG Football Club to the side of Manchester City. Can he perform that same things now Edison Moraes Edmund Manchester City can he give them that kind of opportunity? Can he give Manchester City that clear saving chances now Edison Moraes Edmund Manchester City now? This is a particular goalkeeper. He has been with the side of Pep Guardiola. He has won the English Premiership. He has won the FA Cup, winning the Champions League first on that particular history of the football club and making sure that he will be part as an integral member for Pep Guardiola. But so I will check it Donnarumma. It was just Luis Enrique coming to PSG Football Club. And we change the profile of Donnarumma because at the time I know AC Milan. So Betmaka say will be involved himself in the play, but most of the ball possession footballer. Not Donnarumma with AC Milan. Not that team no. Donnarumma. I do be him Donnarumma. Say when it comes to say keeping clean sheets or making sure so me protecting the back line for the side of AC Milan. He was very good on that. But coming to PSG Football Club, it took Luis Enrique to make sure, say, in that ball movement, so carry ball from the defensive structure, just to either William Pacho or Marquinhos, he should lead by exemplary method. And he did that for PSG Football Club. So the project, now Luis Enrique, PSG Football Club, it's not to do anything than Donnarumma. So, or by the side of Manchester City, to me, it very good for Pep Guardiola. So we'll check Edison Moraes. When it comes to the reflexes in the goalpost for Manchester City, it's very good. But Donnarumma method, any the kind of numbers of the PSG Football Club in the last 2 seasons, it is even more than dear Edison Moraes, Edema Manchester City within the last 2 seasons for the side of that particular football club. So it will be a plus. So Edison Moraes, so Obejan the Prime and will stay. Who are these 2 biggest goalkeepers who make my participate in the amount within that particular football club now? It will be a good method for the side of Pep Guardiola to have Donnarumma in the side of Edison Moraes, so make keep it that goalkeeping department for Manchester City, because maybe Manchester City, So all home defensive structure, all home midfield, all home attacking side. The only problem that they will get will be the defensive structure, and that is the reason why I believe say Manchester City, with all the necessary things also involved with Donnarumma and Manchester City, it will help them in most of the competition, because next season City air competing with Champions League. City air competing with the English Premiership, FA Cup, and any other competitions. And instead the rotational policy of Pep Guardiola in the last 2 seasons, waiting me I'm on a squad in depth, waiting me epic, So waiting me that rotational policy in making sure so better this competition between Donnarumma and Edison Moraes, I think say it will be a good omen for this particular 2 football clubs. And I said yes, for the side of these 2 goalkeepers of Manchester City. So I believe that Donnarumma coming in, playing for Manchester City is another good example for Pep Guardiola. But DIABY, so Luis Enrique, we need the Super Cup. It is something special for the side of Luis Enrique. So we're checking in the history of the UEFA Super Cup. When you talk about coaches who made him down, Madiana, I think say Luis Enrique has been able to use PSG Football Club to win another trophy with the side of FC Barcelona. With Barca, everybody didn't come over. Say he won the Champions League, won the La Liga, won the Copa del Rey, won the Club World Cup. It is only PSG Football Club, but when it comes to Club World Cup, I went to performing very well with PSG Football Club. But then he has been able to win the Super Cup with the side of PSG Football Club and not against Tottenham Hotspur. It is a good thing for them. So we're checking the history of this particular championship. Real Madrid Football Club, it was 6 titles. FC Barcelona together with AC Milan, it was 5 titles. Liverpool, it was 4. And then Atletico de Madrid, it was just 3 titles on that particular level. But the last time a French club go into the finals was PSG Football Club. In 1996, Omukoshia against Juventus Football Club in the 2-leg affair. Juventus were able to beat the side of PSG Football Club within that particular level. So I believe they came back as a revenge tool just to beat Tottenham Hotspur in that particular final. And I think Luis Enrique has cemented his position. Compare on this season with most of the coaches within the Europa. Obiobeka say Enzo Maresca one of the biggest coaches because of the Club World Cup. But to me, Luis Enrique is just a fantastic coach and the best coach from last season. Even going to this particular season, I'll still choose Luis Enrique.
Marty, remember now many Mr. More team and Twasso and in Como Lawson, Herba St. Thomas, I can't say do party, get the Abba Drama so far. I guess, Bibi Albo